Sit back and get ready to enjoy a live show. Comment any questions, see what's up in our world of epic, and hear what we have in store. Welcome to Monster Monday. Hey everybody, welcome to Monster Monday. As you see, we have our host here, Riot, and Dylan is in the house, so we're all good. We'll give it a couple seconds. So many people watch it on the rerun that I don't even like to wait around too long, because you might only get 5 people that watch it while it's live, but then there'll be, 60 people that are watching otherwise. So that's all good. So we're going to get right into it. Today is the 27th, I believe. Yes, the 27th of November already. This is the last Monster Monday of the month, which I cannot believe that we're already at the end of November. So that just blows me away. So I'm at home, as you see. I made it back. I was down in Mississippi for Thanksgiving, celebrating with the family. I drove yesterday and today, and I got home a couple hours ago. So it's good to be home. Wish everybody had a great Thanksgiving and survived the weekend. I feel super fat. I was down there. My wife cooked all kinds of grub, and I'm like, just feel like a pig. So I can't wait. I'm going to be starting another round of 75 hard to get in shape for the riding season. So as soon as they give me an okay on my ticker, I am going to get after it pretty good. So I can't wait. So Dylan, what's new with you in your world up there in the tundra?
No, not much. Just getting cold, and yeah, we had a good Thanksgiving too. And in fact, the one set of grandparents, Misty's parents, grandma was sick, so the kids took over Thanksgiving dinner, and it actually turned out really good. My hillbilly brother-in-law, he made just a great turkey, and yeah. So
how'd you do your turkey? How do you cook it, in the oven, or do you do it out on a fryer?
No, he used an oven.
An oven?
Yeah. Yeah, it was his first attempt, and yeah, it was actually really good. It was like a picture perfect looking brown bird. It was pretty cool. So,
yeah, it's pretty good. I got scolded for not taking a picture of my bird because I just got into cutting it, and then evidently I was supposed to put it on the table for display, but I missed that part. So I missed out on that. But I did my turkey in one of those air fryers I bought from Lowe's. Hook it to a propane tank, and it looks just like the peanut oil fryers, except there's no oil in it, but you put it in just like that and you lower it in there, and man, I think it's so easy, and they taste so damn good, and there's not the mess of the grease. So that shit is just killer. I just love the turkey like that. So I got to see if I can do some other things like it, but everything for you is local.
Yeah.
Close to home.
Yeah, both of our sets of parents live probably 20 miles from here, I guess, maybe 30. I don't know. But, yeah, so we don't travel too far. So yeah, it works out nice because we got to hit, 2 Thanksgivings, 2 Christmases. Every holiday we do it twice. So.
Yeah, exactly. If that's the case, then it's nice to have them close. Mine are scattered all over the country, so I don't even see all my family. I see my immediate family, kids and wife, but that's it. We make sure that happens on all the holidays if we got to travel wherever. But yeah, Robert, I did get a new chiclet. They put my tooth back in. I got a post. I got a fake. My tooth was fake anyhow, but it broke off from connected to the tooth that was in my jaw. Well, that's a mess now. So they got it temporary glued in, but I can feel it's a little not quite right. So I'm getting it temporary done, or they're starting to work on the permanent fix, but they're doing that next Tuesday. So next Monday, I fully expect not to have my tooth again. I think I'll be back to a snaggle tooth. I'll be back to a snaggle tooth next Monday for one Monday before they get to the final fix. I got some prep work on the 5th, and then 2 weeks after that, they're going to install this bridge system they got going on. So I don't know what the hell they're doing exactly, but yeah, Twister, that's exactly what it is, that infrared fryer, and they work awesome. So I love that thing. So anyhow, you got anything else to add for your big weekend, Dylan? You're not an overeater, so you didn't like stuff yourself with a bunch of goodies, did you?
No, not really. No, just made my appearance and ate and got out, basically. So
yeah, I have the willpower of a brain injured 3rd grader when it comes to Rice Krispie bars. and wild rice soup. And my wife made both those. And man, there is no saying no to that. I got up in the morning to go for a walk to get a little exercise. And instead of going for a walk, I walked to the kitchen and I grabbed a handful of Rice Krispie bars and watched ESPN. So that kind of was counterproductive. But anyhow, I'm going to get at it now. So that's the way it is. So anyhow, we'll get after it here. We got some monster news. Honor. I got Honor's thing here and I didn't even see what day she's on. Let me check my handy stat unless somebody beats me to it in the comments.
331.
God, you're on it, man. You are the newsmaster too. And I opened it up just in time to check it. And she is at 331. There is just a month and some change left. That's pretty awesome. So congratulations to Honor for still, getting after it. I don't know how. I've said this from the day. I sound like a broken record, but it just amazes me. Now they're at 331 days. There's very few things I've ever done for that amount of time, and things I really like. I just can't grasp it. Like the concept of the whole doing something every day just blows my mind. I'm gone so much. I can't think of anything I could possibly do every day for the whole year. It would never be anything motorcycle related because between me being gone with the family and hunting trips and things like that, I'm not bringing my motorcycle to northern Minnesota on a four-wheeler path to get it into the cabin and just to ride it every day. So it's just not happening. So Honor, you are a rock star. You are my hero. So congratulations on keeping it rolling. And with that being said, I am planning to go to Texas for the 31st. The 31st is Honor's last day. It is my plan to be in Texas and ride with her on that day. We're going to have a get together at a bar during the day. So if anybody wants to join us, stay tuned for some plans, but she's up by Tyler. That's where my bike Pearl is on display at Lone Star Harley. So we're going to do something. The 31st is on a Sunday, so dealerships aren't open that day. But we're going to figure something out. We're going to get together and, kind of give her a pat on the back and cheer it on. But I did book my flight. I will be there on the 30th, I believe. I'll be there on the 30th at some time, and then I'm going to head to Tyler and get my motorcycle so I can ride with her. It's been my plan to ride with her at least one day. I wanted to do it, a whole bunch of days, but I want to do it one important day, and this happens to be the end. I did ride with her on a couple days during it, but no big monumental days. So not like it was at day 100, 200, 300, or now. So it'd be the last day, so it's awesome. I see Wrong Way is going to be there. We're going to get after it and do something fun. So stay tuned for that. I calling some venues now, but Sunday had a couple of them closed. And New Year's presented a problem because I wanted to, get a room from a bar down there, and they were not real hip on giving me a room on New Year's Eve. They got a bunch of other crap going, but anyhow, we're going to figure it out. We're going to have something somewhere. Just going to be a nice little fun get together. So it's all good. So that's pretty awesome, but Honor, keep it up. And I look forward to waving my pom-pom at the end of this when you're at day 365. So pretty exciting time. So that's just awesome. In other monster news, we got the Iceman who went out on a fundraising ride yesterday, and I was kind of on phone, not really on it a whole lot while I was doing Thanksgiving. I was trying to be a good family man and hang out with the fam and play cards and do all that kind of stuff. So I didn't see all the leading up to his ride, and I caught it at night. And I had to do a double take. And if he raised enough money, he was going to ride in shorts and a T-shirt. And even Texas is a little cold for a shorts and a T-shirt, this time of year. So, but he got after it yesterday, went all around Texas. It was fun to watch. I was driving, so I was trying to stay up on it. But it was really fun. And yeah, fraud. His shorts and a T-shirt. He had his shirt on over some things, but even what he had over it didn't look like it was warm enough for a Texan. He's no Viking. So I don't know how he did it, but it looked pretty cool to do it. So that is what makes the monsters so much fun. Like everything people do is just epic and entertaining. It used to be years ago, like I was the only dumbass that would ride and do stupid stuff in the cold in the wintertime. And now it's like I'm surrounded with people that are doing this stuff all the time. And I saw his time hop too, where he was making good time. Posted one. He's 200 miles in, then he's 400 miles in an hour later. So that new CVO's got a lot more get up and go than I thought. So
I thought they were overrated. But yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're pretty good, and pretty fast. But everybody doing this epic stuff just amazes me. And I don't care if he bamboozles you or not. He still rode, and he still got people to donate to the cause and spread of a bunch of awareness. So it was pretty good. That was pretty entertaining stuff to watch and have a few laughs about. But I'm watching him do that, and Wrong Way. He's out riding around Florida, and every time I would look on Facebook, he's visiting with somebody else. And he saw a Rambler out there who just had open heart surgery, and then he was coming home, and I had happened to be watching the weather because my boy Gavin was heading home to Florida. So I was watching the weather. I'm like, man, Wrong Way's not looking like he's in much fun for weather today, and I don't think he made it as far as he planned on making it, but he did put on a lot of miles over Thanksgiving weekend and through some rough ass weather. So congratulations, you guys, for getting after it. And Frosty, she's up in, Dylan's neck of the woods. She's out riding. And last week I wanted her to do me a favor and send a text out. And so I asked her if she'd just send a text out so I could get on a thread and see it on my new phone. Well, anyhow, she says, sure. Well, she has Jessica send the text out. And I thought, oh, that's weird. I don't know why she had Jessica do that. And, it's wintertime up in Minnesota. And then Frosty says, well, I was out for a ride. And so I told her, I said, you are my kind of crazy. You're not quite there in the head that you're out for a ride. So I send her husband, Chad, a text. And I said, your woman, she's not right in the head. And he sends me a text back 5 minutes later, and it says his text back is like, yeah, you're telling me. And it's a selfie. He was with her out on the ride. She didn't tell me that part. So those two are a match made in heaven, a bunch of crazies out riding in 15-degree weather with snow blowing around and everything else. And they're out tootling around like a couple of kids, that are out on a first date. So that was kind of fun. So I dig that stuff, though. I got to be honest. I was jealous. People riding in the rain. Wrong Way does 4,300 miles, 26 hours in the rain. Like, for all the people that ride, know what a pain in the ass that is. And for all the people that just supporters like to watch this stupid nonsense, 22 hours in the rain just bites. This is not the time of year that you enjoy the rain. Like when I was in Texas in the summer, I would have paid for some rain, but we didn't. That time of year is much different than now. So, Wrong Way, nice job, Jason Iceman. That's a nice job doing all that epic shit. I just dig it. So, nice job on that. And Dylan, I'm a little disappointed that Mandy sends me pictures of her and Chad out riding, and you got your shit all put away and your snowmobile suit ready to go. So I don't know what's up with that.
Well, I was talking to somebody about that, and I ride my Honda side-by-side quite a bit, and I'm on that every day. It's sold at a motorcycle dealership, so I think that counts. So,
you can ride those if you get enough speed and you crank them to the left. You can ride them on two wheels for a good chunk. And if you get video of riding that down your driveway every day on two wheels, I think we'll count that.
I can wheelie it. We usually put about 1,000 pounds of wood in the back, and it just wheelies out of the woods. So you can do it.
It's much more impressive if you get it on the side and take it down the driveway like that.
We'll see what we can do.
And make sure you film it, because any attempt at anything with two wheels on a side by side is gonna be good. And yeah, Hopper, I'm with you on riding that snowmobile. If anybody doesn't see Hopper's comment there was a snowmobile with a track put on, a road glide, a track on the back and a ski on the front. And and I would love to get my hands on that thing. And if we get something like that up, there's northern Minnesota. We could do 1,000 miles on snowmobile trails up there, no problem. And now it's open. You can take them on dirt roads up there now. They're all snowed over, but you can get from bar to bar, get gas. The problem, in the old days would have been getting gas for something like that, but now you can find it. We're able to find gas. If they could do something like that, whoever makes that snowmobile, they want to sponsor Mile Monsters and put one of us nuts on a road glide with set up for snow. I'm all about that. I think that would be a blast. And Hopper, I will let you try it out first. He's more of a dirt bike rider. He's got more experience in that kind of stuff, so he can test it out first, and then I'll go from there. I think
that's my thing. So
yeah. And Craig's calling dibs already if we can get her going. So I think there might be some scrapping. We might have to do that, some kind of a tag team to get that bike, do 1,000 miles, maybe with 4 different riders for 1,000 miles, see how fast we can do it. Like the relay race they do in track, where we hand the baton and, we'll see who's, I want to be the tail end. So I have an excuse just to go wide open because I'm trying to make up time or some nonsense like that. So yeah, that'll be great. Hop will have an auxiliary tank on it in no time, and we won't have to worry about fuel.
Yeah, a section of snowmobile trail goes right through my property, so I'll be the guy that sits out there and hands out hot cocoa, and I'll just watch everybody go by.
That'd be awesome. You could hand out the hot cocoa, the goat's hot cocoa. You could have that as we go screaming behind, slam on the brakes and drink a hot cocoa, and the endorsement things, just like the Gatorade stuff. They always show it to the camera, and then really like they're really enjoying it. I think that's a plan.
That'll be my role. So
yeah, I like that. I like that idea, and I'll be with you afterwards. So that'll be good. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this is the big thing I want to talk about today is the 13 days of Christmas. The 13 days of Christmas begin on Friday. That is the 1st of December. I'm pretty pumped up about this. We have, where'd my little notebook go? Little scrap papers here. I have it narrowed down. We have 10 extra boys. So there's going to be 15 altogether. We have our Fab 5. And then there's 10 other boys that we're going to do some shopping for. We're going to start the shopping here this week. And as it goes on, we're going to be doing the shopping. We just want to have everything mailed out by the 18th. That's the wrong one. Sorry. We want to have everything mailed out by the 11th for the kids to come on through Amazon to get to them. So we got a little bit of time, but I think we're going to have everything wrapped up by next week. We have our Fab 5. We have the gifts already coming for them. So they're done. Now we just have to get these kids. But I just want to give you a little rundown on these kids. These are the 10 kids we're gonna shop for. And let's see, we have 10 kids, 4 from Cali, 1 from New Jersey, 2 from Arizona, 1 from Pennsylvania, 1 from Texas, and 1 from Northern Ireland. So first up is 8-year-old Noah. He is from Texas, and what I did was I sent out a form for him to send back with a bunch of cool info. But I asked the kids for a wish they had, basically a dream thing they wanted for Christmas, what they wanted for Christmas, realistic presents they think they can get, and anything they need. If it's a gift they may think they need more than they want. So that's what I asked them when I sent these out. And this is what I got back. And I'm just going to touch on it. This is by far, I had a whole sheet back, and this is my note of what I wrote on it. So I'm just giving you a brief little highlight. And as the 13 days of Christmas go by, we're going to showcase each one of these kids. And I'm going to go through everything on their sheet day by day. So we're kind of showcase a kid. And then at night, we're going to have a drawing for a monster to win a prize. But the first up here are 2 brothers. They're from Arizona, JJ and Andrew. And Andrew has a nickname. It's Tikis, however you pronounce that. Tikus? I don't know. Tikus, I'll call him. And his brother, JJ. Andrew's 6 years old. His brother is 12. Andrew, little 6-year-old, his wish for Christmas is to meet Santa Claus. So that was pretty. I thought that was pretty cool. Like your wish, if you could have anything for Christmas at all, what would it be? To meet Santa Claus. So I sure wish he was the one from New Jersey, because I have a really cool Santa outfit my dad used to use, and I ended up with it. So I would put that on to ride my motorcycle right over to his house. But Arizona's a bit of a stretch for me on Christmas. His wants were Five Nights at Freddy's figures, and that is what that tattoo right there is from. That's what that character came from. So that was kind of cool that I actually knew what it was. And he didn't have anything listed for needs. His brother JJ didn't have any super big wishes. He just had some Super Mario things he wanted. And then for needs, he had shoes and clothes. So I thought that the needs are what, when I tell you some of these are really what kind of hits you in the feelers, because some of these are, what a kid is thinking just kind of set me back a little bit, where, I'm not used to kids. My kids would never have anything like this on their list. So it just shows you what these kids have to deal with on a regular basis. This is what they're thinking about at Christmas time, outside of the, just get a bunch of presents underneath the tree. This is Noah. I thought this one was pretty cool. Noah's a little adventure seeker. He is 8 years old and he's from Texas. And typical Texan here, his wish, an electric motorcycle, one of those battery powered motorcycles. His wants were an RC car and some Pokemon cards and figures. And his needs were clothes. And this is the part that kind of gets you a little bit when they talk about clothes, because the steroids that he's on have him growing so fast, it's hard to keep up with clothes. So just things like, for all of us that have kids, how fast they grow anyhow. And then when you add in the steroids for treatment, they go from a size 8 to a size 12, and nothing flat. So just things that, hit you, and you like start to realize that. And I know that's the case, because even with the goat, we were getting thing. Noah needs, let's see, clothes size 8. So he's a 8-year-old. He needs 8 and 9-year-old youth clothes. So 7, 8, and 9. So I guess it depends on how big they run, but that's what Noah had for his size. And if anybody wants to send any of these guys anything directly, you hit me up. I'll give you their address, and you can mail them something on top of what we're doing too. It doesn't matter to me at all. Anything for the kids, I'm all about it. This is 10-year-old Hunter. This is the kid who is from New Jersey. He lives not that far from me, less than around an hour away. And I had heard there was a boy in that town, because I have some guys in the club hang out over there. And I'd heard there was a boy with Duchenne in that area. So Hop, I'll get you the address. I didn't write that on my notes, but I don't know where Noah's at. But I think he's not far from you guys in Houston. If I remember right, I looked at a map quick, and I think he was like north you and a little bit east. So I'll get that though for sure. Let's see, Hunter from New Jersey. His wish list, he didn't have anything for any big major wishes. His wants were some Nerf guns that are easy to use, magnet tiles, and sketchbooks. And his needs were youth large clothes. So there was another one that has clothes on it. Next up is 13-year-old Ryan. And Ryan happens to be from the same town that Elfie is from. And I know Ryan. I met him when he was here doing treatments with Elfie. So I did a ride a couple of years ago, the I Spy ride. He was one of the boys that we highlighted then. So Ryan is a great kid. He's just a super nice. You couldn't ask for a nicer kid than Ryan. And his wish, want, and need list are all the same. He would be happy with anything he were to get, and very grateful. So tells you what kind of kid he is when you don't even have a big dream list of things. here is another hunter, and he is from PA. So over in Pennsylvania, his wants are GameStop cards and some candy, and his needs is a portable 5-foot ramp. So it's just crazy that that his ramp, having a ramp is something that a kid. He's 19 years old, so he's a guy. So he's 19, but that's what he's thinking about is a ramp, and I'm sure he wants to be mobile and go places. But as we found out, even at my house, I had to use the ramps that we had from Sturgis. I've used a ramp here. We had to use a temporary ramp just to get Drew in here over the summer. It's amazing how the little things, I don't even realize how terrible my house is set up for a wheelchair until we have somebody in the wheelchair here. Like, I just don't even, things you don't even realize. So when they go somewhere, they have to have what it takes for them to get in somewhere, and that kind of thing. So now, and his birthday is also in December, so we're going to throw in a little something extra for Hunter on his birthday is on the 18th. So right after our 13 days is done. James, these next four are all from California, and I think some of them came from Turbo and his connections out there. But James out in California, his wish list was an electric guitar. His wants, scooter board, walkie-talkies, and the magnet tiles. I have no idea what those magnet tiles are, but a couple kids have asked for them, so I don't know what that is. So his needs, and they do hit you hard when you read about these kids, but that's why this little idea Gavin had is so damn cool, to get these kids something who don't have monsters in their corner all the time, just to step up and raise a little money and get them some fun things. His needs are wireless headphones and a twin mattress cover. And I would assume that just means the covers that go over to protect the mattress. So, that's the kind of stuff that when I send out for, kids, those are like real life needs. That's not like just little shit they want, some fancy PlayStation or whatever. So it's pretty hits you pretty hard when you hear that, twin mattress cover. Like what 7-year-old is thinking I need a twin mattress cover, but that's what I'm talking about, where the needs hit kind of hard. Here's Joseph. He is also from California, 16 years old. His wish, a new generation iPad, and his wants, some action figure. I don't even know what it was. Naruto Boruto Ultimate Edition. I don't even know what the hell that is. So kids are just out of my realm. And a tour, and he would like to go to Universal Studios to see some Mario exhibit they have there. So I don't know what that is, but and this kid's needs an accessible bed. So that just has my brain cranking all the time, when you see things like that, like an accessible bed. And I would assume an accessible bed means the bed, a hospital bed like Turbo has, where you can use it to boost up and things like that. So, 16 years old, wishing for an accessible bed is just insane. Chase, another 16-year-old. I think these are kids. I didn't ask yet. I think they're kids that Turbo played soccer with when he played the chair soccer last summer, whenever that was. I think that's where he met them. I think these were kids I met at his party, or that a bunch of us met at his party. So that's pretty good. And Dylan's trying not to laugh.
I'm getting kind of beat up in the comments over here. So
that's pretty good. You can post those comments too. That's all right.
No, I'm leaving them.
He doesn't want to egg it on. Doesn't want to egg it on. But Chase, 16 years old, his wish list was a phone or a smartwatch, and his wants were anything Ram, LA Ram football gear, and needs were some T-shirts. AJ from California, his wish were something, or his wish, he had nothing major. His wants were V-Bucks, vinyl records, and a wireless headset for gaming for a PC. and he had some needs of sweatpants and PJ pants. So sweatpants are pretty big item with the boys, I've noticed, especially when they lose their mobility. So it must be, I'm sure, because they're easy to get on and off. So must be why they're pretty happening. But anyhow, that's what we got going on starting on Friday. What we're going to do is we are going to get these kids the gifts on this list. We're going to send them through Amazon. The parents are going to be on board with wrapping them or giving them to them, however they want to do it. That's fine. We're just saving a lot of nonsense instead of shipping them to me having to wrap them up and ship them again. So we're just going to have it delivered right through Amazon, right to their house. And on the 1st, we're going to start that program. The presents will be shipped to the kids. They're going to post some pictures of them on Christmas when they open them. So it'll be kind of fun to see that, down the road. It'll be good Christmas entertainment to get the pictures posted of the kids. And we may do have them on here, some of them. So it'll be pretty fun. And what we're going to do on the 1st, on that Friday, we're going to pick a time. I haven't figured out a time that's going to work consistently, but we're going to do a time. And yes, I'm gonna ask Jessica if she'll put this into a spreadsheet, or Mandy, and then I'll get that out to everybody, and we can have it. So I'll get the address of that out this week, and then starting on the 1st, every night we're gonna have a drawing, and we're gonna have a drawing for the gifts that we have for the monsters. I thought I had a picture of them here, but I don't think I do. Nope, I didn't put one on this StreamYard. But anyhow, every day we have a box of goodies. The 1st and the 13th are my favorite. The 13th is the mother load of things. Jug made us a bunch of cool stuff. One of them is the plaque. I'll show you the plaque again so everybody sees it. Because this is super cool. This is the plaque. As you see, it hangs on the wall. Got a little wall hanger there. But that is super cool. That is one of the prizes. This prize will be available on the 1st day, on the 1st of December, and on the 13th day, one of these will be available. And if you donate $25, you are on a wheel. You are on the wheel the entire 13 days. If you win, I think we'll take that. The winner will just come off. So if you have, if you donate $25 and you win day 1, then you're off of it, I guess. But other than that, if you don't win, you're on it all 13 days. $25 donation gets your name on the wheel, and you'll be on it every day. So if you donated $250 and you got 10 of them, you could theoretically win, 10 days in a row. If you do that, I'm going to strangle you, but I'm very happy that you donated that much. So you got that many names on there, and it's all good. But we just got a bunch of stuff. It's a miscellaneous stuff. We have a bunch of Mile Monster stuff. We got our new pins in there. There's some patches. There's something from Jug for every day. Coasters, all kinds of cool stuff. But every day is different. The only day I don't know what's in there is day 7. There is a mystery box that I found that was going to be mailed somewhere. I have no idea what's in it. I have no idea. I don't know how old it is. It could be shirts I was going to send to my kids. I have no idea. So it's in a pre-boxed post office box. That's all I know is it's a post office box, the medium or large size that they have. If it ships, or if it fits, it ships. That thing they had a couple years ago. It's in one of those boxes. That's all I know. So I was going to cut it open, and I thought it'd be more fun to give it away. If it's something totally trashy, I'll replace it with something halfway decent, but it'll be pretty fun just to see that. There's a Wild Ass Day with a bunch of Wild Ass shirts and a gift certificate to Wild Ass. There's a bunch of cool stuff like that. So every day the monsters win something. And they win that for being so epic and cool. And it's going to be just awesome to see these kids get something from complete strangers. Some of them are familiar with the monsters, but a lot of these kids that we're sending things to, they don't know anything about the monsters. So it's really going to be fun to get them this stuff. So we have that coming up. That is the big thing we have coming. Getting 13 days of Christmas. My hat's off to Gavin. He is, you know, did a great job of coming up with this idea. I would never plan to do anything over Christmas because it's such a busy time. But when Gavin came up with the idea last year, it was like right before Christmas when he came up, told me the idea. I said, we'll have to do that next year. So we got it on the calendar in time, and here we are already. So it was a great idea, Gavin. I really appreciate the idea. Like all good ideas, they come from somebody else. I just spin them and take some of the credit. So it was great. So like Loco says there, great job, Goat. Proud of you for thinking of other kids above yourself. That shows you what kind of heart you have. It's awesome. All right. Next, we have the calendar. That's coming up. I'm finishing up right now. So I'm going to show you what it's going to look like this year. It's going to a little bit different, but they're going to be done. They're going to be to the printers the end of this week. I think they're printing them next week, and I'm going to mail them out on the week of the 18th because I'm going to be gone. So I'm going to mail them out on the 18th. But I'm just going to give you a little example of what they look like here. 1 second. I want to throw. There you go. I had to get the comment off because I'm not sure I can put them both up at the same time. But here's what the calendars are going to look like. They're going to be on the website next week for pre-orders, but a little bit different. They have, or I can talk while it's on there. But this is what it's going to look like. Every month's going to be a little different. February's has all the boys on it. But the one thing that you'll see is different. The monthly ride will be posted on the calendar. So everybody will know what that is. This year when we had it, it was kind of a wait until the first and find out. But there's enough people out there who are a little more anal than I am, and they want to plan a little more than I'm into. So we decided to put it on the calendar, and it's going to be on there, you know, with the picture. And so that's kind of the idea behind it here. Let me get rid of this. But that's what it's going to look like. Got some tweaking to do yet, so I'm not sure if it'll be exactly like that, but that's kind of what it's going to be like. And like I say, they'll be up on the website next week. So Frankie Mountains is going to print them over in Washington, and he's just waiting on me to get them. I decided the last minute to change the way we did it from last year, so I kind of had to revamp it all. But I like how they look, so it's pretty cool. So I think they're going to be great. That's what we're hoping. We don't make any money on the calendars, but we're just hoping to sell enough that we can pay to make calendars and every year hopefully sell a little more than we did last year. But it's all good. So that's that. Next, we got our heroes, and this is where our hard-hitting news guy is really at his best. Is throughout the news program. So he's been just chomping at the bit, and I can't get any info on kids, so I had to get Dylan to be a part of this on a regular basis so we can get some hard-hitting news. So yeah. I'm gonna let my man Dylan get into it here.
All right. Yeah, I'm sitting here just getting beat up over here in the comments, so I better get doing something. So
that, you know what, but that's a good sign because nobody rips on people that they don't like. You know, like if they only have fun with people when it's when they like you. So that's a good sign. When nobody says anything to you, then you got to watch out, because then the shit's being thrown behind your back instead of right at you.
Right. Yeah, it looks like Robert's my biggest fan.
That's because he's stuck out in California and he wants to live up where the lumberjacks are at, but he just can't swing it. And he's got a great sense of humor too, and it's a good thing he does have a sense of humor, because if he was the angry kind of guy, it'd be bad news, because he's a big dude. You know, you gotta those big dudes like that. You got to keep them laughing. You don't want to get them too bad.
You're right. Yeah, and I'd pick on him more, but yeah, it's a pretty small country when you're a mile monster. He could be here in a day or two. So
the good news is you can give people shit now because it's pretty cold. Not that many people are coming to see you.
Right, he ain't coming.
Hopper can't get away with that shit. He'll get his head knocked in. Everybody will go to Texas.
That's why I live where I do.
Awesome.
But yeah, as far as hero news, yeah, I think they're withholding information on me because it's getting really tough to get a whole lot out of them. But yeah, I've got a few things here. Yeah, Alfie over in Newry. Yeah, he turned on the lights. What was it, last Friday?
Yeah. Thanksgiving, Thursday.
Or was it on Thursday? Well, whenever it was.
I don't know. I thought it was Thursday. I could be wrong.
Well, they don't do Thanksgivings. Yeah, it might have been Thanksgiving.
But I think it was Thursday, though.
Right on.
Whatever.
So, you want to do the news?
No. I can't get it right. That's why I want you to do it.
All righty. No, so yeah, that's really about all we have on Alfie. And actually, Steve, Drew's dad, kind of gave me a little bit of information. Since it's just getting over Thanksgiving week, everybody's still talking about food. And it turns out like Alfie and the other Irish boys, they just love having some Subway when they come over, I guess. That's like their favorite place to go out and dine. So I didn't know that. So that's some hard-hitting news on Alfie.
That is some hard-hitting news. I didn't know that either.
All right. So yeah, next time they're over, if you treat them to Subway, they'll be your best friends. So all right. So yeah, not a whole lot going on in Alfie's world though, other than that. So we'll just move right on to Drew. Again, everything's pretty quiet in Drew's world right now, which is good news when you're one of these kids. So yeah, we'll take quiet. And yeah, I see his mom set up a stand selling some of their goods, their Wishes for Drew collection last weekend. So that means they have some inventory. Yeah, you can go to wishesfordrew.org, spend some money there before Christmas. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. So that's all I have on that. And yeah, again, I got more weird food. I can't even talk. I'm getting excited. But more food news on them. So apparently Drew likes to eat a kiwi like an apple. Just takes it in his hand, leaves the skin on it, eats the whole works.
What the hell?
Yeah. So so that's the food news coming out of Drew's corner.
How do you get that information out of a kid? How do you find out that he eats a kiwi like an apple? You must really press him. You must really press him for news.
I go where people, choose not to go. I'll go anywhere to get the news. But
clearly,
generally Facebook Messenger. But that's it might not work for everybody. But
that's awesome. I would have never known that, and I would have never guessed that in a million years.
All right. Well, Steve's laughing now. So yeah, I found when you get a hold of these people, if you put them all like in a group message, then they kind of compete to get talking. If you message them one at a time, you get silence. So
yeah,
you got to put them in a group.
That's good thinking. That's the expert in you right there. That you know the little tricks of the trade.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of studying went into that. So all right. So yeah, that's about all we have on Drew right now.
You missed one thing. Can I add that? I don't want to step on your toes, but it's Drew's birthday on Friday.
Ooh, see there again, they withhold information.
So. Yeah, they're withholding information. So that starts on Friday. His birthday is on Friday, and I forgot to put this up earlier too. I'm just going to let that scroll through. So that's about the 13 days of Christmas. I meant to put that up when we were talking before, but Drew hides his birthday. I don't know if he's like shy about it or what, but he like always sits in the corner and talks about his birthday coming up. So, but it's on Friday.
All right. How old is he going to be again? I forget.
Well, I forget too. Don't put me on the spot. You're the heavy hitting news guy.
All right. So that's the big news. Nobody knows how old Drew is. So.
Yeah.
He is serious. He doesn't say much. All right. 12. He's going to be 12.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think he's 11. So see, I have folders on all the kids so I can get information pretty fast. Anyhow.
All righty. All right. So that brings us to Gavin. Again, pretty quiet. Things seem to be going well for Gavin. Sounds like they had a pretty big and busy Thanksgiving. They put up a tree and stuff this weekend, I noticed. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, so not a whole lot of news coming out of Gavin's corner either. Pretty quiet as far as I know. But yeah, I found a little something about it, or something out about Gavin. Those little like stop. What's that?
I said, what'd you find out about Gavin? He's a little secret hider.
Right. Well, maybe it's not a secret because I guess you can find it on YouTube. I noticed that they, right at the top of this page, they made a comment from a YouTube channel. But he likes to make little stop motion videos. I don't know if you know what those are.
Yeah, I know he's been into the videos, but I don't know what a stop motion video is.
All right, so it's kind of like how they film South Park. And like on South Park, they use like little felt creatures or whatever, and
Oh yeah,
they'll
yeah,
set them there and take a picture, then move them, take another picture. So
yep,
he does that with like Legos and stuff. So he's got like little Lego dudes walking around, and yeah, it's pretty neat.
yeah.
So I didn't know anything about it, so yeah, that's something Gavin's into. So maybe that was a plug for his YouTube channel. And of course, she sent me a bad link, so I had to do some digging around. So I can't give you the link. So the link was broken. So, but yeah, so that's what we got going on with Gavin. Sounds like things are going just fine for him. You got anything else on him?
No, he likes his new, he's got his therapy place. He lost the girl that he really liked there that was so in his corner and super nice. She left, so he had to get a new replacement. He was not happy about it. But today I asked him how it was been going with her, and he says she's really nice and good, so it's all good.
All righty. So then, yeah, that brings us to Jack. Again, oh, there's the link right there. Perfect. Yeah, so again, Jack, pretty quiet there. I think his mom's account is still down on Facebook, so tough to get a hold of her that way. I didn't really bother getting a hold of her at all, to be honest with you. But but the best way to get
down.
What's that?
It is still down.
So, oh yeah, absolutely. So, but the good news is Jack was able to get on and do Hammer Time last Friday, so they've got that much of it working. And yeah, so that's the best place to get Jack news is right there at Hammer Time. I always miss it. I'm at work, but it is great to watch him. It's a lot of fun. I love listening to him talk. So I wish I had half of his skill. So.
I watched him. I watched it yesterday while I was driving, and I really like watching too because he gets so excited, and I laugh because he's so young and he gets so excited when he talks. I just think that's so cool that he likes doing it so much. He gets excited about it, and he just goes from one thing right into another. Like he's like kind of wrapping up something, then his brain flips to the next thing to talk about, and he's like just wants to get right into it, and it's like put an end to that sentence. Like I get confused sometimes. I'm trying to understand what he's saying, and I'm like, okay, he's talking about something totally different now. Entertaining.
Yeah, so now that we just bragged up Hammer Time, there will not be a Hammer Time this Friday. So, so the best place to get Jack news, you can't get it this week. So, but no, it sounds like he's going to his grandparents' house. His mom has something going on, so he's going over there, and he'll be busy. And I guess his plan is to get spoiled while he's there. So.
Yeah, did you hear him on Hammer Time? He said his mom is going to go out of town for work, and the first thing I thought was bullshit. She's going out drinking, and she told him she's going somewhere for work.
Right. Home all week, and then you leave for work on the weekend. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's going to grandma's for the weekend because mom has to work. And I remember telling my kids bullshit like that too. Like, oh, dad's going to be gone on a business trip. Right. I just happen to be going on a motorcycle.
Yeah, so I better move on just in case you can still see this stuff. So you better not be too mean to her. She might be watching. But so anyway, so yeah, that brings us to our last one, Turbo. Yeah, it sounds like the fams are falling apart. At least that was Nicole's words. There's COVID in the house. So yeah, Kim and Tam have COVID, and Turbo and Nicole are hanging in there. That they apparently don't have it yet. I know she's in here watching, so hopefully she can confirm something like that. But yeah, it sounds like Turbo has a big contest coming up on Thursday on his show. And I think it's kind of getting us quizzed about like past Turbo times. So if you haven't watched all the old ones, you're not going to know the answers and you won't win cool prizes. So apparently they're giving out some like 10 Christmas ornaments they have for prizes.
Oh, I got to get on it then because I missed last Tuesday. So I might go back and just do a Turbo Time marathon just so I can have a shot at winning.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like they have limited supplies. So yeah, we'll want to get in there and do the best we can. So yeah, and anytime they have a competition, well, whether it was them, I know like last time, what was it? Who knows Turbo best or whatever? anyway, it got out of control. It was fun to watch. So yeah, they'll have them and plus a bunch of people following along. It should be a big mess. It should be a good time. So that's the type of stuff I like. So, but yeah, so that's what they've got going on. And another weird little food fact about Turbo. So like if you go to like a restaurant like McDonald's or whatever, he'll only put like McDonald's sauces on his food. So like if they forget the ketchup, you can't just give him ketchup from home. He won't take it. You know, it has to be brand for brand, whatever he puts on there. So apparently his mom has a big stash of different sauces from different places so he can put it on his food.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Like, remember when we were kids and our clothes had, or at least my clothes, had like an alligator on the pants and have an alligator on a shirt. And you couldn't mix and match it, and that's how you knew what to wear. So that's how he is. He's all brand, like his sauce has got to be. He's thinking alligator and alligator. Anybody who's older than I am or around our age, my age, is going to be like, God, he is old. If he had alligators and giraffes on his clothes. Everybody younger is like, what the hell is he talking about?
Right on. So yeah, all I have on our heroes. There again, it's pretty quiet week, but quiet's good. So,
well, that's awesome. But you did an awesome job, Dylan, of gathering up that hard hitting news and getting it all together. Like you bring some interesting stuff to the table. Like I would have had no idea that the Irish boys like Subway, and that Drew eats a kiwi like an apple. I would have never guessed that in a million years. And
yeah,
that Turbo is like a brand eater.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I like looking for something just kind of personal or whatever, Seems like we focus so much on the DMD and just forget to look at the little things, and I like the little things. So
yeah, exactly. And it makes it very, very personal. So that's a nice job. That is a nice job. Our next big thing we got, like we talked about, was the 13 days of Christmas. And then so you guys can put it on your calendar on Christmas Day, we're going to have a fun video. And we're just going to have a fun video like this. There'll be a live video on Christmas Day at some time. But we're going to have a couple prizes for anybody watching it on Christmas Day. So keep that in mind. Mark it down for Christmas Day. I'll get a time to you at the next Monster Monday. We'll have a time figured out for Christmas Day. We're going to do a quick little video, and it will be good to go. So that's that. And then we have Monster Day in Texas. We're going to be getting ready for gearing up towards coming up now all through December. So once we get dialed in with the 13 days of Christmas and I can be done with that, while we're in the middle of it, have moved on to getting ready for the next thing. So it's turned into one thing after another. I love it. So it's all good. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. And somebody, I don't know why it says Facebook user. Somebody says this. I have no idea, because when I look at this on my phone, like I'm on a computer right now and it says Facebook user. But when I look at it on my phone, it shows the person's name. So I have no idea why it's like this and why it doesn't. I thought when you go in and give them permission, you're good. So let's see. I guess you got to go to the original post and do it again. I don't know. Here's another one. Facebook user. So I don't know what that. And when you say, here's something I was going to talk about before too. It's, Craig says, I can't see Steve in the comments, because we post this to different, through different avenues. It's on a Facebook group, it's on a Facebook page, and it's on a YouTube channel. Those three are what we're on tonight. So if you're watching this from our Facebook page, Mile Monsters Inc. page, and you comment on there, it will only show up on the page. Dylan and I can see it all, because on StreamYard, all the platforms show up on our comment section on the side of the screen. So If you're watching this in our Facebook group and you comment, the people on the Facebook page or YouTube won't see that. So that is the biggest difference. So that's why Dylan is always a good sport about putting the comments that don't have rips on him. He'll pull them up for people to see. So that's the idea behind that. So it's all good. So I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up on everything else. But that's all I got. You got anything else, Dylan?
No, I'm good. So
No?
it's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I had a busy week, and I've been kind of out of the loop a little bit because, like I say, I was trying to just hang out with the family, and we were playing cornhole, and my daughter's not exactly, a world class athlete like my son is, so we played cornhole, and her and I competed with the two boys, Gavin and Eric. So I was pretty happy about that, man. We just battled them throughout the weekend, so we had a great time. We put a family tournament together, and had a bracket and everything, so it was a lot of fun. So that's what I did. Played cornhole, played cards. There's a card game out there called Think Fast. It's not cards, you got to buy the game, but it's called Think Fast. Really fun. Anybody gets a chance to play that over the holidays, got it at Marshall's. It was dirt cheap and really fun, so it was all good. So that's all I got, man. I'm just thankful. I feel really good after these holiday weekends, and I feel really pumped up about getting into this 13 days of Christmas. We have raised over $2,400 to get these kids presents. So I think that's pretty badass. So I thank you each and everybody who's donated to that. That's pretty awesome. So,
and tomorrow is Giving Tuesday, so it's a good time to go ahead and push that.
Yes.
So.
And Giving Tuesday, a lot of companies want to donate on Giving Tuesday. I know my wife's does, and they have matching. They have all kinds of things they come out with. So I just opened up one for myself on our page for the Giving Tuesday. But there's a lot of companies that donate on to the Giving Tuesday. So that's becoming quite the thing. So it's pretty awesome. So that's that. That's all I got, and I am staying hydrated. Carol, I'm down in all kinds of water. I'm getting ready for my 75 hard, so you got to drink a gallon of water a day, and I drink a lot of water to begin with, but now I'm really gonna crank it up starting now. I'm gonna start that again pretty soon. This is just straight to Dylan show. I'm just here for moral support of Dylan. And next week, I think I'm gonna get in front of my fireplace so I can have as cool a spot set up as he's got. My brick wall looks pretty lame when Dylan's on the show now. If he's gonna keep looking that cool, he's gonna get some more of this removed.
We've got two fireplaces like this. You could set up at one, and I could set up at the other.
That'd be awesome. We'll do a Monster Monday. We won't tell anybody, and I'll just set up on the other side of the room from you, and just see what happens, and see how many people are like, your fireplace looks just like Dylan's.
Yeah, in fact, the other one's burning. See, this one does not. So I can't sit this close to the one that's going right now. So
yeah, I got a wood stove. I like to have mine going, so it's awesome. It's awesome. But that's all I got. I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Dylan. I want to thank all our sponsors, everybody that's donated to the 13 Days of Christmas, especially. I thank you. The parents of these 5 heroes we got. I thank you guys for being so involved in everything we do so we can, get to know your kids and know your goofballs eat kiwis like an apple and know your weirdos that got to have McDonald's ketchup on McDonald's fries and all that kind of stuff. So it makes it fun because they really feel like they're our kids when all the fun stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So I thank you guys for that. That's all I got. I'm going to go watch my Vikings. Our Vikings. You're a Minnesota guy too, so we can watch our Vikings play tonight.
Oh, that's tonight?
I guess so. I heard it on ESPN like 20 minutes ago. I turned on the TV and it was on ESPN. I went change the channel. They're talking about the Vikings, so I think it's tonight. If I'm wrong, then I'm not going to go watch the Vikings. Shows you what kind of a diehard fan I am. So That's it. So everybody, peace out.